I purchased a full stack of 50 cards from Lou Paper on Etsy. I love their designs, so I thought it was really fitting to get a postcard to the state where we are moving to send out to family and friends and tell them our new address. I'm slowly making my way through them. I'm never going to be able to use up all 50, but I thought it was cheaper than getting like the exact amount. And so, I mean, I can include them in Happy Mail for the rest of my life if I need to, right? I just wanted to come on here and share a snippet of what I've been doing recently in my studio dining room table. I'm going to have an actual studio soon. I'm looking forward to that. But I just wanted to share all the things with you. So I have the postcard. I wrote one today. I sent out all the German ones sometime last week, the beginning of this week, I'm not sure, but this is my very first English one. And I had so many fluctuating fountain pens recently that I updated Fountain Pen Companion today. There's a cat walking across the table. Don't you feel like the lighting is amazing right now? It's almost 7. It is 7. And the sun is coming in from the back here. So these are the pens that I'm currently not using. I drastically reduced my TWSBI Ecos. I have one more. And that's it. So I have 4. I went down a lot. I still have some of the nibs that I am going to, or I have them on TWSBI Mini nibs and feeds, so I can just easily swap the front of a TWSBI Mini with them. That's my solution going on from here. I am thinking of making a video about my TWSBI fails, but I'm not sure when that is going to come out. And I want to move on and show you what else is on my desk. Here's my planner that's open to the moving postcard. I'm using that a lot to just write down everything that I need to think of. I really love it. But I'm actually thinking of switching to a different planner, very similar, in 2024. I'm putting away my stuff because it's dinner time, but I wanted to show you. So I ordered these from fountainpennibs.com, and this is a top, the front of a TWSBI Mini. It's a clear grip section, and it came without the nib. And so I just put my TWSBI nibs that I really like on there. So this is just a fine that I have. Then I put my Reverse Architect grind from Kirk's Beer on one, and I put a medium nib on there. They're not super special. I should have bought one more so I could put the 1.1 step on there, and so I could use all the different sizes of TWSBI nibs that I have with the TWSBI Mini by just exchanging the grip section. And you can actually take the grip section off if you have like a colored TWSBI Mini. You could just take that off and exchange it. And then when I ordered these, I also ordered spare Juvo nibs. Well, this one is a Schmidt nib for my Benu, that I then can grind or have ground at the San Francisco Pen Show. I got those so that shipping would be worthwhile. All right, so I'm gonna clean off my table now so we can have dinner soon. These are all the Lamy nibs that I have, the spare ones. I have 2 Lamy, one Lamy Safari and one Lamy AL Sport. And these are, I have one more nib, a 1.5 step. This is, I don't know, extra fine. And I think these are 2 medium nibs. And so they are just hanging out here together in this container for when I want to use them. And I've been thinking of maybe getting the broad Lamy nib just so I can test it once. They're not super expensive, so maybe that's what I'm going to do soon. Not sure. I'm gonna move first. Here's the, I want to send out a happy mail to my friend Casey, and I want to fuzzy cut those. I started. Here is number 1, and then I still have lots and lots to go. So I put that out because I thought I was going to work on that. Did not happen, but I cut mine already, and I usually put them on these clips right here. I printed those on glossy paper, and this is matte, and I think I like the matte better than glossy. But I'm going to use those glossy ones for June because, you know, it's a lovely month. Since I was talking about the rainbows, I also thought I would show you how I usually start a journal entry when I put it in my long form journal. So before I do that, I want to show you these rainbows right here. These are printables that I have in my Ko-fi shop, and I use the same theme all month long. In May, I used these washi stickers from what's their name? Meatball. I just love their whimsical designs, and so I have a washi roll, and I just cut a strip and fuzzy cut it before, and then I put it on the clip, and then I keep it in my pouch so that when I'm journaling, I can just take this. I don't have to do anything. I can stick it in. So what I do is I take that and take it off, put it in my journal. Oh, wow. Usually I don't rip apart the stickers, but now that I'm showing you this, it happens. So I don't have a problem with that. I just put it back together. Then I pick a pen. From my pen pouch, I already picked this TWSBI Go. I don't know if it's going to write because it has a shimmer ink and I haven't used it in a while, so we'll see if that is going to work. But what I do is I write the date, even though this has a sticker with a number. Oh, see, it's going to be problematic. Then I can also show what I do when I troubleshoot. I use a water brush, and I go down here, and then I sometimes even go in here and in here just to get the capillary action going. Then I use a sheet of paper, scratch paper. Let's use the back of my Hobonichi Weeks because this is now very light, and see how it goes. So this is definitely not an ink that works with the way that I am journaling, by having it sit for a little bit over a week. I think is the last time that I used it. Let's see what this might be okay and enough for now. So let's see, May 22nd, 2023. Then I write the pen, TWSBI Go, with a medium nib, and then I write the ink. It is Troublemaker. It's a Troublemaker ink. Butterfly Dream. And then I start writing my journal entry. And usually when stuff like this happens, the first thing that I write is how I don't like that this is not working well. So usually my first paragraph is about the pen, and then I write whatever comes to my mind. And when I'm done, I just end and close the book because, yeah, so now this is definitely a little bit better. What an awful start to this journal entry. I really don't like when this happens. It almost feels like I need to remove shimmer inks. From my line up. What I don't understand is why the downstrokes every time I start are hard starts, but that might be because I have recently experienced quite a lot of trouble with the 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. I haven't had a problem with this paper at all since I started using this in the beginning of the year. But these past pen rotations, every time something was not like, maybe it was a 1.5 stub, 1.1 stub nib, it wouldn't really write well. And I don't know if it's just this last signature or what is going on, but that's kind of frustrating because when let's try this again. See? Downstrokes are perfect, just not in here. So I think it's the paper and nib that just don't really want to work with each other. Okay, so that's what I do. I write and then I stop because the next time I use a pen, every time I journal, I use a different pen. And so clearly, there is clearly an ending to this because the next time I journal, I put a sticker and it's a different color. So that's what I do when I start a journal entry. And I'm gonna finish these in May, and then I'm going to use the same type of sticker all through the month of June. And I don't know why I'm doing it like that. In January I used mushrooms. Those are also my own design right here. And then in February I used these cats. I just ordered one sample roll-up of those cats. And then in March I used meatball. In April I used these houses, also my own design. And then May I'm using these. It just makes me very happy when it's all the same. Also, I'm not done with the journal yet. I have like 8 or 9 pages left in this thing. It's almost the end of May, and I think what I'm going to do, instead of continuing on through it, if I finish it before June 1st, then of course I will switch, but I will switch into this no matter how many pages are left on June 1st. And I already decorated the outside, and look at the inside. I love it. I really like how this turned out, this cover. Need to take a photo so I can share it on Instagram too. But then I think because there's only one insert, I'm going to have to switch around my journals again. And I haven't even shared the switching around of these journals yet. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind in my videos. Today I also received new stamps. I put them down here because I want to use up the old ones first. Isn't this just cute? And let me show you what I got. I got 2 of the elephant ones. I got the postcard sailboats. I really liked those for summer. And now that I'm sending out so many cards, maybe I'll use them. And then I got the additional ounce in the school bus design. I'm sick of the rabbit, so I got 2 sheets of those. And then I got the art of the skateboard as well. And I think that's gonna last me for a long time. I really love adding stamps to my envelopes, special stamps, and I've been a stamp collector since I was like 8, so I really enjoy using them. I have them in this gallon leather box here. Do you remember those? I don't even know when they were made. Let me check. 2019. I bought so many of those sheets and I'm on my last 5 stamps, but this is just, I love them. I'm gonna be so sad when I don't have any left. Yesterday and the day before, I added all of my ink samples into the Fountain Pen Companion site right here. I used to not do that, but I thought this was the best way to keep track of how many samples I have. And it's 160. I still need to go back in and see if there are samples included that I have already destashed from previous currently inked videos, or currently inked, not videos, that I have passed along. But I want to keep better track of how many samples I actually have in my stash. And so I thought this website would be really helpful. I want to also film a teeny tiny update on the changes that I made for my currently inked for the month of May and June. Lots of things have changed. And then also do an updated in and out video for at the end of May. I think you saw I'm filming these snippets today on the 18th. So I hope to have this out sometime around the beginning of June, but I thought I like sharing today, so I'm doing that right now. Friends, I filmed this whole segment and then I realized that the math didn't add up, so I am just going to talk you through this really quickly. I started May with 28 pens. I sold or traded 6. I sold the TWSBI VAC 700R Iris. I sold the Kaweco Ale Sport Golden Espresso. I swapped the Platinum 3776. And then I consolidated the TWSBI Swipe. It has a broken cap. The TWSBI Eco Lilac, I made 1 out of 2 Ecos. And then I also decided to get rid or take the Ototashi pen out of use because it just was not working for me. It's a tiny aluminum pen that is about 10 bucks, and I thought it was a pretty cool pocket pen, but it just didn't really work for me. Let me show you the pens that I got in May. The first one is I replaced the Eco Lilac with the TWSBI Mini with black with an extra fine nib, and I am now able to post the cap on the back. I don't do that with Ecos, and so I am getting rid of the cap losing problem that I have all the time. I got the Esterbrook ST in sea glass with a medium nib through the Atlas affiliate program. I had enough funds to purchase that from there. Then I won a giveaway and received the Platinum 3776 Shape of Heart. I don't even know where it is right now. Wow. I purchased the TWSBI Mini AL Grape so that I would be able to use the TWSBI Mini nibs grip sections that I purchased from TWSBI nibs and TWSBI pens that I took out of commission, like the Swipe and the Eco Lilac. And then the last thing that came in is this Platinum 3776 in black with rhodium trim. I swapped this with a friend, so now she has the green, laurel green, and I have hers. This is a broad nib because I won the shape of heart with a medium nib and I don't really need two. I took an inventory of all of my nibs right here. So this is not true. I did not write down all of the Lamy nibs, but I did purchase 4 Jowo number 6 nibs, 2 medium, 1 fine, 1 broad. And I also purchased TWSBI mini nib housings. They are complete with the grip section, the feed, and everything is together but the nib. And I put on TWSBI nibs that I have from pens that I don't have anymore, because I really like the nibs on the TWSBI Eco and Eco T and the Swipe, but clearly I am not the right person to use those pens. So that means since I purchased 4, the other nibs were already here, I put an into 4, but the total is 12. With the inks, I'm not sure how that happened, so I don't know how I got to this number. Now I have them all in Fountain Pen Companion. I decided to put no change because I really am not 100% sure. Everything else that is going to happen, I will take note of that. I need to still go in and check whether some of the inks that I had used in previous currently inks, if I still have those samples or if I have already passed them on. So this number will most likely change. And then my bottles have not changed. I'm not really sure this is going, well, I plan on purchasing a mystery ink box from Atlas, so this will change, but I have no other plans of changing that for now. So that's the May pens, and for my currently inked lineup, what I decided to do is I just cut out some strips of paper, and I kept all of the inks except for this one. I inked pens that I got in with the ink that I had other pens inked that I sold. So the Esterbrook SD replaced the Kaweco Golden Espresso. The Platinum 3776 Shape of Heart replaced the TWSBI VAC 700 Iris. And then the Platinum 3776 Black replaced my green Platinum. The only thing I did was I did change out the ink on this one because this is really bleedy and feathery. And so I didn't want that to happen. I had a medium nib on that one and it was really bad. So I decided I didn't want to risk it with the broad, and so I chose an ink that was similarly dark blue, and I went with J. Urban Bleu de Profondeur. So yeah, so when I'm coming back with my currently inked review, that's what it's going to look like. I actually think that's super smart, to be honest, and I'm probably going to do that in future months. I don't want to torture myself through a full month of bad experience with a pen when I notice right away it doesn't work. Then I'm just, whatever, maybe I want to find the perfect ink for that pen, then I'm just going to swap the ink. Or if I want to find the perfect pen for that ink, then I'll do it the exact same way I did it this way. So I think I'm going to switch the shot around and say goodbye. All the cats are here. One is behind the camera, 2 are sitting right next to me. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I wanted to come on face to face to say goodbye. I think this is the last video that I'm filming before I'm moving. Still not moving until 3 weeks out, but I do have a lot of content already filmed that I just need to edit and upload or voiceover. I'll see what I can do, and if there's no video, then just know that I didn't have the time for it I always am of the mindset that, you know, there's more important things than YouTube, and if it's not happening, then it's not happening. Yeah, I am really excited for the move. I cannot wait to get my own place, nook in the house. And I'm also really excited for the mountains. I need to get outside more. I need to move my body more, and that's my plan. So I don't really know if I have enough. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to journal anymore. You're not going to film and share with your friends. But I really need to focus on this. I have a pinched nerve right now. The painkillers, which I'm maxing out right now, are doing their job, which is very cool, because it didn't do that for me the past 3 days, and I was in pain at around this time. So I'm trying not to overdo it with sitting and writing, with all the movement that I have. I'm going to pack some more boxes in the kitchen right now, and yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for all your support, your comments. I really enjoy reading them all, trying to reply to every one of you, as you might know. And I don't really want to say goodbye. Notice I have a hard time finishing this off. I would love to mention one more time that if you want to support this channel, watching to the end, liking, subscribing is amazing. Commenting helps a lot to make this video seen by other people. And if you want to do more and you have some fountain pen needs, paper needs, I highly recommend Atlas Stationers. I have an affiliate code with them. The link is in the description box below. And I do have, as I said earlier, these date printables. If you're interested in those, I have them in my Ko-fi shop. That's one of the ways you can support me, but none of this is really necessary. I really still do this because I love sharing with you all. Goodbye. See you soon.